Uh, Hello everyone. Testing. Yeah, microphone seems to be working. Oh, welcome to Humane Entertainment. I'm Humane. I intend to entertain you. So, how's everyone doing today? Yeah, some viewers might realize this is not my usual time to stream. Normally I stream on Sunday at 1 p.m. EST, 2 p.m. EDT, and 7 p.m. CET. Today, I just felt like doing a quick little stream in the middle of the week on Thursday, and that's because my video essay of Ryu Hayabusa, Ninja of Sentiment, actually did pretty well on YouTube, especially for a relatively starting creator like me. It led to a lot of new subscribers, as well as several followers on Twitch as well, so it felt only right to do another stream of Ninja Gaiden. The thing is though, I don't want to do a full playthrough of the Ninja Gaiden games as a stream yet. See, I've already done Ninja Gaiden Wednesdays as part of the lead up to the release of Ninja Gaiden 4. If I were to do another actual stream of the Ninja Gaiden games with commentary and all that, I'd like to be better prepared for it. So this stream is more so just me wanting to create a bit more Ninja Gaiden content before I start, playing stuff that isn't related to Ninja Gaiden, because yeah, I don't just play Ninja Gaiden. So yeah, what's the idea of the stream? Well, after I did the Ninja Gaiden Wednesdays, I made a giant recap video that retells the story of the Modern Ninja Gaiden trilogy, just to catch people back up before they go into Ninja Gaiden 4. The thing is that the recap didn't include a specific aspect of the games, which is the diaries. Throughout the games, you would find diaries of the Black Spire Ninjas, and thus you get to have a better understanding of their opinions and standpoints. What's interesting is that they are in fact the antagonist of Ryu Hayabusa, so we are reading from the point of views of people who actually hate him. I didn't include it in the recap because it's all just text. But I figured with this short little stream that I can just read through them, have my comments on it, because some of them do have their funny moments. So with all that context out of the way, I am just going to start up. Yeah, let's see if I can connect to Ninja Gaiden Sigma right now. Connect the controller. Nope. Okay, guess I'll have to restart the game then. That's fine. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so we're gonna start with Ninja Gaiden Sigma because of course that's where that all started. It's the latest version of the first game, of course. But yeah, there is one little thing in terms of the there's the diaries that Ninja Gaiden Sigma will. I'm gonna have to jump back over to Ninja Gaiden Black. In fact, let's see. Yeah, okay, just gonna start the game again. Okay. Game is starting. Yeah, so what's on the program today is it's gonna be Ninja Gaiden Sigma's diaries, then Ninja Gaiden Dragon Source diaries, and then Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Okay, just gonna switch over to the game now. Yeah, there we go.
The evil Dark Dragon Blade.
Yeah, we might know something about the Dark Dragon Blade at this point. Okay. So, let's see. I'm just gonna go to the latest in the time right now. Let's see. No, that would be too early. I think this should be fine. Although, yeah. At least I'm pretty sure in this save file I have all the diaries at least. Yeah, this is the final chapter of the first game. Ryu has defeated the evil Vigor Emperor, and the Dark Dragon Blade is out of the reach of the fiends. Now Ryu must quickly escape the depths before the cavern comes crashing down on him. Yeah, but we're not gonna cover all that. Instead, we are gonna cover also not these things. That's a whole other subject. Yeah. So yeah, these Black Spire Ninjas, they all leave behind these diaries when they die, or not when they die. You find their corpses and all that. And just for the people who don't know about Ninja Gaiden, just as a little reference, I have a picture here. This is how a Black Spire Ninja looks. So yeah, it's they all just look exactly the same, essentially. Well, not exactly the same. Some use other weapons, but yeah. And some are flame ninjas, etc. But yeah, just to be clear, we have different names, but they all essentially just look the same as this. So yeah, just to have some context there. But yeah, let's start with our first diary, which is Suke's diary. Okay, January 24th. The woman that I saw tonight in Vigor. She was extremely beautiful. I must persevere to keep my wits about me. Perseverance. Patience. So yeah, the woman he met is Rachel. February 2nd. I encounter her again. That woman slays the beasts as if they were flies. The vicious way she fights is so unlike her beautiful appearance. A perfect example of extreme intensity. She is no ordinary female. What? Why does it just say female? Like, it's like she's some kind of animal or something, but okay. I mean, she does fight like an animal, but anyway. February 6th. During a fight with the MSAT, I slipped up and suffered a grave injury. I cannot reach my black spider brethren. My provisions are almost all gone and my life is near its end. Death during an assignment is the wish of every ninja, but we still have no clues regarding what happened to the evil Dark Dragon Blade. That is my only regret. All that is left is for me to trust my comrades and accept these last painful moments as my destiny. So yeah, this gives some context that the Black Spider Ninjas, they want the Dark Dragon Blade as well. And so that's the little plot thing there that they have going. February 7th. Although I have become so weak, I still await my death. Although I know it is only a matter of time before I perish, I wish I could glimpse that woman one more time. So, yeah, has a bit of a crush on Rachel. Unfortunately, was never able to act on it because he kind of died there. Yeah, what I do kind of like is that, yeah, clearly the Black Spider Ninjas actually are against the MSAT, which are like the the soldiers that you fight against during Ninja Gaiden Sigma. The thing is, though, unfortunately, there is never any gameplay element in Ninja Gaiden Sigma where the two parties actually fight one another. I think it would have been interesting just to have that as a gameplay element, if only because in Devil May Cry 4, you have stuff like that where different enemies do fight one another. And in fact, Ninja Gaiden 4 also has that. Demons and fiends actually fight one another if you actually see them at the same time. So yeah, would have been an interesting gameplay element for this game, I think. But yeah, that's Suke's diary. Next up is Taro's diary. Yeah, you find each of these diaries at a different spot where a different Black Spider Ninja died. January 28th. I have not seen the young one, Sabu, for several days now. It worries me, seeing as he is so inexperienced. So yeah, he's already referencing to a different Black Spider Ninja. So we will read Sabu's diary, which is kind of sad, actually. February 5th. I've heard nothing from Suke yet. I do not believe that a ninja as powerful as he could have been defeated. Well, you better believe it, because Suke died before you. However, the unstable look on his face the last time we met was very much unlike his usual manner. Yeah, so it's his little thing of seeing Rachel and all that. February 8th. I was able to track down Doku, the Lord of Greater Fiends, but I was unable to lay even a finger on him. Burned by an evil blue fire, I accepted my fate. The blade gripped in the hands of that devil was none other than the Dark Dragon Blade, the artifact that for 450 years our Black Spider clan has been searching for. My brothers, hurry. You must not allow the young Hayabusa to possess that awful power. Something I do like, from a design standpoint, is the fact that you get this diary before you ever actually get to fight Doku. Oh, okay, no. No. You do fight Doku in chapter 2, but he never does he? I don't think he ever actually used the fire attack in chapter 2. But the thing is, this would be kind of a teaser to it. It's like, oh, burnt by an evil blue fire. That didn't happen the first time we fought against him. And if you play Ninja Gaiden Black, you didn't even fight him in chapter 2 in the first place. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's a nice little foreshadowing thing here in terms of writing, I guess. All right, well, he did say he was worried about Sabu. Unfortunately, he was right to be worried. January 15th. I can't believe my first mission as a full-fledged ninja is something so important. I feel the pride and honor of the Black Spider clan. I'm going to distinguish myself here and rise to the ranks. Aim high, buddy. January 20th. I think I might not be cut out to be a ninja. Well, Jesus. Yeah, just 5 days. That's all it took for that spirit to waver. That's unfortunate. January 25th. Dear Mother, I have no more strength left, and I will die here in this forsaken place. Although ninja are taught patience and perseverance even in the face of death, I just don't want to die. Please, please, please. Yeah, unfortunately, he dies in a cave full of bats, but the cave also connects to a bunch of not beetles, yeah, one-eyed flying fiends and all that. Or in some difficulties, it would be ghostfish as well, which, yeah, I can believe that that would kill him. All right, Saru's diary. February 3rd. Everyone here trembles in fear. We witness a person turning into a fiend. What is happening in this place? Even a ninja as experienced as myself has no hope against these beasts. So, okay, so, yeah, just some context on the fiends. That, yeah, fiends are... well, okay. Ninja Gaiden 4 also has it that fiends come from the underworld itself. Whereas here in this game, they seem to more so imply that people turn into fiends. I think both are just correct. But yeah, it's at least in this game, they more so focus on the fact that fiends are more so people who have fiend blood in them, and thus they turn into fiends. February 10th. I've discovered that the mastermind behind the plot to steal the Dark Dragon Blade is none other than the Holy Vigor Emperor. Like our master, the Emperor must also be plotting to do something with the blade. At this point in the story, we have just defeated the Vigor Emperor. But yeah, the Vigor Emperor is the semi-final boss. He's the final boss of Chapter 18, but we're now at Chapter 19. So, February 12th. What a disaster! The Dark Dragon Blade is cursed. I have been defeated not by the enemy, but by that curse. I wonder if this implies that Saru felt himself turning into a fiend. Like maybe he felt that he had fiend blood and he is feeling that curse. Thing is, he looked like a human when you found him, so maybe he killed himself. Something to consider. What's actually going on? Okay, so... oh, before we read Gen and Dai's diary, you actually find San's diary first. I don't know why San's diary is after that, but let's just go through San's diary. This is my favorite one of them all in for a certain reason. So yeah, just some context. You have to find 3 pieces of a tablet throughout your stay in Tairon. So in case you have missed any of them, which is it's pretty difficult to miss them, honestly, but still, if in case you ever miss them, this diary actually points out to where they actually are. So, January 30th, I have gathered some new information. According to the ancient legends of this place, he who offers the lost stone tablet to the twin serpents may gain entrance to Zarkon. The tablet, now apparently split into 3 pieces, is said to have been scattered throughout Vigor. I was able to learn the locations of the pieces. Well, one is at the Twin Serpents Plaza in Tairon. One is at the Archive in the monastery. One is near the Stone Circle in a magma cavern. I must gather the fragments and then begin my approach to Zarkon. So, yeah, ooh, wow. He's, this guy is, quite a competent one, being able to figure out all the location of all the pieces of this thing. So, how's he doing now? February 5th. I'm hungry. Oh. I don't know. I think there's something funny about the fact that he didn't die because of an assassination or something, or at least as far as we know, it's not that he died because someone killed him. It's more so he seemed to have overworked himself to death and just died out of hunger, so that's unfortunate for him, but okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's something kind of funny about that. Okay, Gen's diary. I'm gonna read this now, but there's a little caveat to this one. Gen's diary. January 14th, I have arrived in Vigor in search of the Dark Dragon Blade, leading a group of my comrades. February 18th, I have succeeded in infiltrating the Imperial Palace. I must accept that my comrades have all been slain. Except for Dai. Yes, he must certainly still be alive. I am sure he is hurrying to meet me at this moment, with the key to the palace core firmly in hand. I must join up with Dai as soon as possible, then plan our attack on the Emperor. February 29th. I have not been able to contact Dai, but it does not matter. His fate must be similar to mine. Okay, well, that, so, yeah, it's a diary. He talks about a Dai, who's the last diary. But, here's the thing. This, diary is actually incomplete. At least it's incomplete in Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden Sigma is the latest version of Ninja Gaiden 1 as of the time that's writing. But Ninja Gaiden Sigma actually removed an excerpt of the diary that was in the previous version. So fortunately, I made screenshots of the version of the diary in Ninja Gaiden Black. So let's do a quick aside to that. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, here's a screenshot. Yeah, so look at those crunchy graphics. Yeah, so this is Dai in Ninja Gaiden Black. So yeah, you get Gen's diary here. So this still seems to be the same. I have arrived in Vigor in search of Dark Dragon Blade, leading a group of my comrades. I have succeeded in infiltrating the Imperial Palace. I must accept that my comrades have all been slain, except for Dai. Yes, he must certainly still be alive. That's still all the same. What is different is entry 29th is a little bit longer. See, okay, February 29th. While it may be true that the Dark Dragon Blade is formed out of dragon bones, one of the greatest delicacies of the ancient world, our master's plan is to grind it up and use it for his herbal tea is ridiculous. Of course, I cannot tell anyone this, and therefore, I must take this laughable secret with me to the grave. If we are forced to die for such goals as this, our Black Spider clan will not last much longer. The Vigor Emperor will gather his power and become a devil on Earth, enslaving the human race for millennia to come. And then I have not been able to contact Dai, but it does not matter. His fate must be similar. So, but yeah, just isn't that fascinating that the actual plan of the master of the Black Spider ninjas, who, just to be clear, this is not Genshin. Genshin took over after Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword. But yeah, at the time, the master of the Black Spider ninjas, he wanted to grind up the Dark Dragon Blades, the Dark Dragon Blade into herbal tea. Like, maybe it's to make him invincible or something. Maybe he can absorb the power of the Dark Dragon Blade with it. I don't know. I just think it's fascinating. Like, I don't know. It is to me, at least. I love these wacky ninjas. I know. So, yeah, okay. So that is Gen. Now we're going for... Yeah, Dai is the last Black Spider ninja, and he's the only one you actually get to see in a cutscene, because that's a cutscene that was added in Ninja Gaiden Sigma specifically. This cutscene is not in Ninja Gaiden Black. In Ninja Gaiden Black, you just see his corpse with his diary and such. But Ninja Gaiden Sigma decided to actually add a new cutscene to it. Which adds some importance to Dai. And yeah, in a way, Dai is also my favorite Black Spider ninja, if only just for that quick little moment of him giving the key to Ryu. But yeah, here's his diary. February 1st. As a member of the Black Spider clan, I will fulfill my mission and gain the respect of our clan leader. I've promised so to Gen, and I will not break that promise. Yeah, so I like how there's a little bond between Gen and Dai here. February 21st. I've been badly wounded, but I have obtained the key to the core. I do not have much longer. I must get this to Gen. February 29th. With the last bit of strength in me, I have made it this far. However, I cannot find a way to pass through this door. Yeah, so as Ryu, you actually open it from the other side. And that's how Ryu meets Dai. And that's when Dai will give this key to the core to Ryu. And from there, Ryu is able to actually enter the core. So yeah, these are the diaries of Ninja Gaiden 1. So, I am going to set things up right now for the next game. Let's see. Yeah, the thing is though, yeah, you would think, okay, so next up would be Ninja Gaiden 2. No, actually, because there was a game that was released before Ninja Gaiden 2, and that was Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword on the Nintendo DS. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, but that's a DS game, and I'll be honest, I am still kind of figuring out how am I planning on actually streaming Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, because Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, it's a game made to be played with the stylus, and let me tell you, it's very annoying to actually play it with the mouse. Like it's not meant to be played, just with the mouse and all that. So what I have done instead is I have simply made screenshots of each of the diary entries. However, because I've also never done Ninja Gaiden Wednesdays of Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, I felt it only makes sense for me to also show some files that describe the characters themselves. So let's see if this properly shows up. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So how does this work? Once you beat the game, you unlock this menu here, where you have a list of all the wooden amulets that you have found. By being in certain places in the game, you will hear a bird, which is a sign that you would blow into the Nintendo DS so that you can catch the bird and get a wooden amulet. Some of them are in fact diary entries, not all of them. But yeah. Considering I haven't played this for Ninja Gaiden Wednesdays, let's just go through the character profiles that you get from these things as well. So first up, I guess let's just start with the guy that we all know already. Yeah, that's also a thing. We're not seeing Black Spider Ninja's diaries in this one. It's instead diaries of the Hayabusa villagers instead. But yeah, here's Ryu, heir to the dragon lineage and young master of the Hayabusa clan. After the near destruction of the Hayabusa village in the Black Spider Blade... that's a little localization error there. Black Spider Blade incident. It's a Dark Dragon Blade incident, but the Japanese is Kokoryu, which is Black Dragon, so I guess they used the wrong translation there. But yeah, Dark Dragon Blade incident. He helped rebuild and now lives alongside the ninjas who survived the tragedy. Okay. Next up, Momiji, who got introduced in this game, in fact. Like, some people might not have played Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword and instead just immediately jumped to Ninja Gaiden 2, in which case, or Ninja Gaiden 2, yes, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, Momiji does not appear in the original Ninja Gaiden 2, but yeah, it might be possible that would be their introduction to Momiji, but Momiji is actually introduced in Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword. A female ninja who trains with Ryu every day in the Hayabusa village. As the sister of Kureha, who was killed by the fiends, Momiji is the last of dragon lineage shrine maidens. Yeah, so said sister would be Kureha, a dragon lineage shrine maiden who served the shrine inside the Hayabusa village. She grew up alongside Ryu, but tragically lost her life in Doku's attack during the Dark Dragon Blade incident. Yeah, so here it says Dark Dragon Blade incident. As protector of the Eye of the Dragon, she was loved by the people of the village. By the way, can I just say, I do love the art style. Like, if we ever get more 2D Ninja Gaiden games, this is the kind of art style. I mean, to be fair, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound's art style is similar, so yeah. I just wanted to point out I do like the art style. Okay, so of course, good old Muramasa, an old man who runs a weapon and item shop. Also, he sells groceries, if Del Rey 4 is to be believed, where he sells some cabbages. Or cabbages, a cauliflower, I think. Yeah, it's what led to Lei Fang and Hitomi meeting each other. He's an expert in all tools, weapons, and magic from both East and West. He supported Ryu during the Dark Dragon Blade incident. From time to time, he stops in at the Hayabusa village. Okay, Sanji. Again, people who have played Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 or Ninja Gaiden 3 might recognize Sanji because Sanji does appear in those games. But again, he was, like Momiji, he got introduced in Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword. Sanji lost his parents in the destruction of the Hayabusa village during the Dark Dragon Blade incident. The strength in his eyes reminds many of Ryu as a boy. Even at his young age, Sanji is a master swordsman, able to wield a sword in each hand. In Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 or Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, you do find, or no, Momiji starts with something in her inventory which points out that Sanji's father was a master of dual wielding, and Sanji is trying to follow up from that. So yeah, there's some lore there which has yet to be fully followed up, but yeah, it's a fun little thing about Sanji as a character, I guess. Here's Hanamaru, a young boy of the Hayabusa village. He is quite good with his hands despite his plump appearance. Sometimes happy, sometimes a crybaby. Hanamaru always keeps the village lively. He has a crush on Sakura, whom he follows around incessantly. Okay, so I guess let's just read about this Sakura then. Sakura, a young girl who dreams of becoming a ninja apprentice like Momiji. She always looks at Ryu with eyes full of adoration. Sakura has a tendency to want to act older than she actually is. To be fair, this seems to be kind of a common thing, especially with Asian households with girls. Either the girls get babied or they instead have to kind of promote themselves to parents, which is kind of sad, but yeah. It is a relatively common thing to happen, unfortunately, but well, unfortunately, sometimes it works out, but yeah. Denroku. A scholar of the ninja arts, it isn't uncommon to find him with a book in each hand. Even the adults in the village acknowledge his intelligence, which he uses to assist Ryu. Denroku is a poor swordsman, but he wants to be of help. So, okay, I don't know if anyone has seen the ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z, but what I think is how Vegeta said this thing about Goku's father, like, your father was an average fighter, Kakarot, but he was a brilliant scientist. It's kind of like that, I guess. Even though, canonically, that is not the case at all. Bardock is not a scientist. I don't know why they decided to do that thing, but I don't know, I think that was kind of funny. But yeah, that's the kind of character that Denroku is supposed to be. Alright, Genjiro. In Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge, we do meet Genjiro, even if just for a few seconds and all that. But Genjiro, a born and bred ninja from the Hayabusa village. His vast experience and wisdom is a great asset to Ryu. He has survived many a bloody battle alongside Ryu's father, Joe Hayabusa. So if they were to ever make some kind of prequel story featuring Joe Hayabusa, it would be interesting to see how Joe's relationship would be with Genjiro. And not just with Genjiro, because there's also Omitsu here. We also meet Omitsu during Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Again, a very small role, but she is the one who upgrades the bow to its final form, I guess. Which is fitting because Omitsu, a kind-hearted woman who watches over the children of the village. Her skill with the bow is legendary. In her youth, she was known far and wide as Omitsu the Sharpshooter. So yeah, it's pretty cool how she actually is such a master of bow and arrow that she takes a modern bow that Cliff made in Ninja Gaiden 3 and was actually able to upgrade it within the Hayabusa village. And that's actually quite impressive when you think about it. But yeah, Omitsu, she is actually a lot older than she looks because she is also a friend of Joe Hayabusa, not Ryo Hayabusa. There is going to be a diary which talks, which has her pretty much talk about Ryu as if she has seen him grow up. So yeah, but that's for the diary section. Obaba, okay. I guess out of all the diaries, Obaba's diary would be the one that is an actual Black Spider Clan diary. Because, as says, Obaba, a sorceress who leads the Black Spider Ninja Clan in spite of her advanced age of more than 100. Aided by the Dark Dragon Stones. Dark Dragon Stones are like the MacGuffins of Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword. You're gonna go around collecting those Dark Dragon Stones as part of the plot. But yeah, aided by the Dark Dragon Stones, she is a wizened old woman capable of using all manners of fearsome magic and incantations. She also refuses to die. Yeah, she dies in this game, then comes back in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Then somehow in the middle of it, she returns in Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. And somehow she also returned, but with a new body, I think, in Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. So it's fascinating how she just refuses to die and just keeps coming back. But yeah, so yeah, that's Obaba. And yeah, as I said, a sorceress who leads the Black Spider Ninja Clan. We will get her diary as well, which means this would be the one actual Black Spider Ninja diary in this game. Okay. Ishtaros and Nikkei, which we'll see after this, they do not have diaries, but considering we have read all these character datas, we might as well just go through all of them. Yeah. Ishtaros, the ancient greater fiend of annihilation, she is deeply connected to the Vigor Empire that Ryu toppled during the recent Dark Dragon Blade incident. In Ninja Gaiden Sigma, you get to fight her as Rachel, along with Nikkei, the ancient greater fiend of death and destruction. She and Ishtaros are thought to be twin fiend sisters. What is interesting is that both Ishtaros and Nikkei, they actually kind of look like Rachel and Alma. So it is interesting how these two sisters seem to mirror those two specifically. So I think they never outright confirm it, but I think it might be a sign that Rachel and Alma in fact are descendants of Ishtaros and or Nikkei. So something to consider. I don't think they will ever actually confirm it, but I think it's kind of interesting that they look so much like Rachel and Alma. And of course, speaking of someone who refused to die, Doku, a greater fiend of the Vigor Empire. He was the one who destroyed the Hayabusa village, instigating the Dark Dragon Blade incident. Although defeated twice by Ryu, he was once again returned to life. He has once again returned to life as an evil spirit hell-bent on revenge. Yeah, there's a nice little cyclic thing with Ryu and Doku, because first Ryu gets killed by Doku, but then Ryu returns because of the plot. And then Ryu fights Doku again. This time Ryu wins and kills Doku. And then Doku returns as a spirit, as you see here. So it's the third fight would kind of be the tiebreaker, I guess. And of course, then Ryu was able to defeat Spirit Doku. And now he defeats Spirit Doku yet again in this one. So yeah, it's no longer a tiebreaker. Ryu has won more times than Doku has won at this point. But yeah, I think it's kind of interesting how during Ninja Gaiden Sigma there was like a cyclical thing going on with them. The Holy Vigor Emperor, the supreme ruler of the Vigor Empire and the mastermind behind the Dark Dragon Blade incident. He attempted to become the ultimate force of evil by obtaining the malevolent Dark Dragon Blade. With this goal, he sent Doku to attack the Hayabusa village. So yeah, it's all because of this guy that started the whole thing. But yeah, we were here for diaries, right? So let's actually go through them diaries. Yeah. So, first off, is Momiji's diary. So yeah, this is written after the events of the game. So, Master Ryu, after what has happened, I have realized the depth of my inexperience. I have set forth on a journey to forge both my mind and my skills. Please forgive this selfish act. I will be back when I am truly ready. So yeah, her training by herself, this is probably what led to her training with the Naginata instead of with the sword, because during Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword she uses a sword because she's learning from Ryu, but by the time of Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, Momiji actually uses a Naginata instead, which is made out of a tailbone of a dragon. It doesn't necessarily say if it's a divine dragon, but it is from a tailbone of a dragon. It's another little thing. But yeah, it is interesting just to consider what has Momiji done to train herself on her own to reach that level of power. It's something to consider. Anyway, Sanji's diary. I stumbled across Denroku's diary and read it today. I didn't mean to read it, but could it be true? It can't be. There's just no way. Well, I won't be getting much sleep tonight. So, okay, some build-up of what was in Denroku's diary then. Okay, guess we'll see when we reach that. Hanamaru's diary. Denroku's always reading books. I just don't get what he finds so fascinating about them. Oh, someone's anti-literature. But I found something the other day. There's a sketch of a girl in the back of one of his books. I wonder who this purple-haired girl is. Okay, so yeah. Ayane doesn't appear in Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, but yeah, there's a little reference to Ayane here. Yeah, so does Denroku have a little bit of a crush on Ayane? That's kind of cute. Okay, Yeah, Denroku. So what is this thing that Sanji was so afraid of? You can learn Denroku's diary. You can learn so much from books. Sometimes you can discover things using this knowledge. For example, the other day I noticed that when Hanamaru calls Sakura's name, he has a strange expression on his face. My books call this being in love. How odd. Oh no, that is terrifying. Being in love? Yeah. So yeah. So I guess that's what Sanji was scared of. Okay. Sakura. Speaking of crushes, Sakura's diary. Dear Ryu, I know you think of me as a little girl, but I'm a grown woman now. Yeah, okay. I know you'll never read this letter, but I have to say it. I love you. I want to make myself the kind of woman who you will respect as an equal. Well, let her dream, I guess. Okay. So, yeah, Genjiro. Like I said, he is a friend of Joe, so, interestingly, he seems to kind of write this for Joe rather than for Ryu. Same with Omitsu. Genjiro's diary. Ryu has grown up well, strong and healthy. He reminds me of you as a young ninja, never willing to compromise his principles. Perhaps it is time for us to set aside our rusty swords. What say you, Joe Hayabusa? Oh, yeah. I do want to see more of these characters, honestly, if only just to... I don't know, get a little bit more mythos out of Ryu Hayabusa's relationships with these people that are more so Joe Hayabusa's age instead of Ryu's age, or younger than Ryu's age. Omitsu's diary. Your boy is growing up well. As the guardian of the children of the village, I strive to treat all of them with equal love and care, but he grows to resemble you more with each passing day. Oh, I know it must sound so foolish for saying that. So, yeah, again, if we are to get some kind of prequel thing from Joe Hayabusa's point of view, it would be interesting to see all these things with Omitsu and with Genjiro. But, yeah. Anyway, our actual Black Spider ninja diary. She's not a ninja, but still. Obaba's diary. That man in the village, he used to be peerless with the sword, but he appears to have retired. No surprise, considering his age. Now, what was his name again? Muramasa, wasn't it? Yes, he was quite the ladies' man in his day. Oh, okay. Interestingly, in Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Muramasa actually does talk kind of nostalgic about Obaba. In some shape or form, they have worked together in the past, so that would also be interesting to explore. Either that, or it could just be something that they could just leave in the background. But yeah, I just thought it's kind of interesting. Speaking of Muramasa, it says diary, but it's more so just a list of things that he is keeping in mind for himself. Muramasa's diary. Rules for business. 1. Always remain calm. 2. Treat women with respect. 3. No sleeping on a job. 4. Never anger a ninja. That's right. So, I am genuinely curious. Is there a reason for each of these rules? Like, was there something that made him say, okay, I will make it a rule for myself here to always remain calm? Like, did he do something that made him not calm? Treat women with respect. Did he do something there? No sleeping on a job. Did he sleep on a job? Never anger a ninja. Did he anger a ninja? Just, I don't know. Stuff to consider here. Like, why is he writing these in the first place, you know? Anyway, yeah. That is Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword. I am going to try to switch over to Ninja Gaiden 2, because unfortunately, after a while, my controller just turns off, and that makes me lose my connection to Ninja Gaiden 2. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Let's see. Okay, let's see if it's showing first before I... Yep, okay. Okay, so. Yet again, like in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1, I am just going to load game, let's see. Poison Blood, yeah, that should be the final chapter of this game. And I'm usually one who would collect every single one of these notebooks and all that. So I'm fairly certain that I do have all of them. Let's see. I'm curious though, because no, those are notebook. Okay, you know what? Some of them, yeah, they are just notebooks like these instead of with the name of the guy, even though at the end you do still see the name underneath. So, you know what? Let's just go a little bit over time, and I'm just going to actually read these notebooks as well. Let me just say out loud, these ones tend to be a little bit repetitive because most of the time it's just, oh, I'm having so much trouble with this technique, just to show how amazing it is that Ryu is actually able to do all these techniques, yeah, relatively easily. But yeah, that's just a little power fantasy thing there. But okay, notebook, ultimate technique. If I were a master of the ultimate technique, I would easily defeat that pest, the Dragon Ninja. If only it were so easy. You see, I am inept. I cannot perform the ultimate technique. I am numb to the waves of energy that surge in the wind. I don't even know where to begin. All I can do is look from afar as Master Genshin unleashes an explosive flurry of attacks. What an amazing display of concentration. He pauses, even in the midst of intense combat, and focuses all of his energy into his weapon. But I'm just a coward. Too frightened to let my guard down for an instant. First, I must find courage. Then, it is simply a matter of kill or be killed. If my destiny lies in the pit of the underworld, so be it. Sunikichi. Well, unfortunately, I guess, yeah, his destiny does indeed lie in the pit of the underworld then. Notebook, obliteration technique. Why? I ask you, why? Why am I incapable of finishing off my enemies? The other apprentices lop off heads left and right, but what about me? When an opponent lies before me, blood spurting from mortal wounds, begging for the mercy of my blade, I stand there like a practice dummy. I can't bring myself to use the obliteration technique. Now I think about it, my life has been full of tragedy. I saw far too much in the blood-drenched days of my youth. I must have suffered some mental trauma, causing my mind to flee from violence deep into its subconscious shelter. No, wake up. Obliterate. You must obliterate. Open your eyes and obliterate. God damn it. Zenamaru. You know what, Zenamaru? Maybe you shouldn't have started being a ninja at this point if this is, yeah. Anyway, notebook, Shadowless Footsteps. They give it such a dramatic name. It's the wall run. Shadowless Footsteps. My master tells me the technique of Shadowless Footsteps is a basic ninja maneuver. He says, it is the very spirit of the ninja to traverse where no path can be seen. In that case, I must be lacking in ninja spirit, because I am completely incapable of performing this simple technique. I slide down the wall, or I slam my forehead against the surface. Either way, I look like an idiot. If it weren't for my metal headpiece, I'd have cracked my skull open by now. Oof. What honor can be had by a ninja as clumsy as I? When my comrades reach a valley, I slow them down. When up against the castle wall, they must carry me over. They say that in life one must learn to rise above obstacles. I'd rather knock all these walls down. I never want to see another wall as long as I live. Hikage-o. Which is funny because in that, where you find his body, there is actually a wall-to-wall run. So, I don't know. It's kind of funny. So, notebook, flying bird. Flying bird, that's the wall jump. Or at least that's the vertical wall jump. There's a different wall jump if you wall jump horizontally. Brother, heed my cries, no matter what I try. Brother, heed my cries. No matter what I try, I am unable to perform the flying bird flip. Despite all the training you have given me, dear brother, I remain inept. You have explained flying bird as nothing but a series of jumps. 1, 2, 3. Yet, the technique that comes naturally to you feels to me like the unscalable peak of Mount Midoriyama. I train relentlessly, driven by a singular goal, to one day be as light-footed as you, dear brother. I keep telling myself this is a matter of practice, that I must adhere to your wise instruction. Promise that you will train with me again when I return home. I'll see you soon. Love, your little brother Mogura. Well, yeah, again, we find their corpses, so unfortunately Mogura is not going to return to his brother. I have no proof, but I feel like Mogura's brother is in fact this one, Torino Shin. Why do I think that? Because, well, let's just read through it first. Flying Swallow, that's the dash attack that you do when you jump forward. The Flying Swallow. That's exactly the sort of thing I need. Fast as an eagle, sharp as a knife, explosive power that makes your head spin. Today I begin my daily training regimen. 1,000 leaps high into the air, followed by 1,000 slices with my sword. One day I will be able to combine the two. Dive and slash. I will be unstoppable. Torinoshin. Clearly it was stoppable. But yeah, I don't know. In terms of personality, he does seem to kind of fit like the brother that is kind of described here. Like, despite all the training you have given me, dear brother, I remain inept. You explained flying bird as nothing but a serious jump. 1, 2, 3. Yet the technique that comes naturally to you feels to me like the unscalable peak of Mount Midoriyama. Kind of fits a little bit with Torinoshin being the kind of guy that loves to do all these training things. Like, again, no evidence, just a fun thought that maybe those two are brothers, and you do kind of find one. You do find one in chapter 1 and then another one in chapter 2. So, no, kind of fits. All right, reverse wind, dashing. Like, again, they give these moves such dramatic names. It's dashing. You're dodging. Like reverse wind. I'm incompetent. I'm a failure. My master taught me the secret technique of reverse wind, yet I am unworthy of his tutelage. I understand. I must first adopt a blocking stance, but then how am I to make my feet step so quickly in another direction? I always end up face down, my legs entangled, my chest aching after a belly flop onto the hard ground. There must be something else, something greater than reverse wind that I am destined to master. After all, I am meant for artistic pursuits, perhaps even sorcery. I must follow my destiny, Sanyodo. To be fair, teleportation is an actual technique that ninjas can use and learn in this universe. Unfortunately, that's not the case with Sanyodo here, but it is possible. Okay, counterattack. At least this one actually is just called counterattack. I am capable of performing counterattack. Oh, big shock. I understand that its hidden power, unleashed when the enemy least expects it, makes the counterattack one of the most valuable techniques there is. It is actually in Ninja Gaiden 2. Like, the rate that you take limbs off with counterattacks, it's very high actually in Ninja Gaiden 2. Its execution, however, continues to elude me. I react too quickly. I lack the patience to wait for my enemy to strike. My fellow ninja says that the counterattack is easy. A mere flash of blade after you see your enemy's weapon bounce back from your block. Yet, the more I concentrate on timing, the more I fall victim to the bite of my enemy's attack. I'll be honest. I'm kind of the same. Usually when a counterattack happens, I don't do it on purpose. I'm more so the kind of guy that dodges and just gets back in with an attack. But there have been others who are very good at countering. I'm just not one of them. Skilled ninja counter opponents as easily as they breathe in and out. They react on reflex, moving not by thought, but by instinct. My master even tells the young apprentice ninja, begin with something easy, like the counterattack. I must persevere. I will not give up so easily. Inoshishi. I wonder if Inoshishi actually got killed trying to do a counterattack. That's unfortunate if that's the case. Ultimate guidance. That's the ultimate technique, but you actually absorb the essence. That's what ultimate guidance is. Notebook, ultimate guidance. I'm no good at the technique of ultimate guidance. Again, there's a pattern here. I'm probably the worst in the clan. Oh, come on. There seem to be worse. Let's put it that way. When I see essence near me, I grab the hilt of my sword, close my eyes, and focus my key energy. But the essence doesn't budge. Instead, I end up getting kicked in the face. In the thick of battle, I've never once pulled off a true ultimate technique. Sure, I've made it to the first level of charge, but I've never even seen the second or third levels. Masters of the ultimate guidance absorb the essence created from their first ultimate technique. It's amazing how they create a wave of attack energy that repeats again and again, growing stronger every time. I, on the other hand, am only a master of getting kicked in the face. Oshinosho. What is interesting, though, is that in Ninja Gaiden 2, you don't actually have a third level of charge for the ultimate technique, which is described here. I've never even seen the second or third levels. You do have 3 levels of charge in Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, though. Weirdly enough, Ninja Gaiden 4 returns it back to just level 2 being the max instead. Either that or the implication here seems to be that simply charging without any essence, that is the first level, and the second level is in fact having one essence, and the third level is having two essence. But either, I don't know, I think it's kind of interesting that if it is the case that third level actually means the third level of charge that is in Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Kind of a fun little foreshadowing if that's the case, even though it might not be intended. Just something to think about. Okay. Now we finally reach the actual notebooks of the of these Black Spider Ninjas. So let's go over Yogenta. Yogenta's notebook. March 23rd. I've heard that Master Genshin will take the lead in today's attack. My resolve is thus strengthened. It is time for the hated Dragon Ninja to pay for the humiliation he has caused us. Joe Hayabusa, you will die. I do like that he says the hated Dragon Ninja, and you think, okay, so he's talking about Ryu. Then he says, Joe Hayabusa, you will die. Oh. So clearly Yogenta is more like an old school Black Spider Ninja who considers Joe Hayabusa the main threat rather than Ryu. Like, which is proven here because March 24th he says, who's this Ryu Hayabusa? Joe's son? His father may have been strong enough in his day, but to think that such a stripling could be a dragon ninja is simply laughable. Okay, well, let's have some egg on his face, shall we? March 31st. The fearsome Rosetsu and the powerful Gyuki of the Dark Sect have both been slain. If he defeated those monsters, then that young Ryu, evil as he is, funny how he actually calls, I guess, all is a point of view, I guess, evil. Evil as he is, must be worthy of the title of Dragon Ninja. The Dark Sect could do the bidding of the Black Spider clan cloaked in the shadows. Could it be that they aren't as fearsome as they look? No, I doubt that. They are born and bred berserkers. Did the young ninja just get lucky? For the people who don't know, Rosetsu and then Gyuki, they are like the mini bosses. You fight Rosetsu in chapter 1, you fight Gyuki in chapter 2. They're Black Spider ninjas who then turn into this freaky spider-like warriors and all that. Clearly the fact that Ryu was able to defeat Rosetsu and Gyuki, you would think that would be a sign for Yogenta that maybe you should take Ryu Hayabusa a little bit more seriously, but well, we'll see. April 11th. Apparently the tactical ninja team that were deployed to the Aqua Capital have all been executed. Serves them right for relying on firearms. Yeah, so there's some elitism of Yogenta here, that he doesn't like that some of the Black Spider ninjas actually use modern technology like guns, which, they are a separate type of Black Spider ninjas. April 22nd. I received word that Koshimaru has perished. I find it hard to believe that he, the possessor of the inner eye, could fall so easily. Although he was a man of logic, it seems now that his talk of the inner eye was just a stack of unproven theories. I, Yogenta, shall show my comrades what it is to be a true ninja of the Black Spider clan. We will read 2 diaries of Koshimaru, in fact. I think I'm going to try to stick things to the chronological order that you actually find the diaries. But in the menu itself, it's not precisely that way, so we'll see if I actually hold on to that. Either way, April 23rd. I have failed you, my brethren. Goodbye. May the Black Spider clan flourish for eternity. Interesting. You do find him in the ship of the Black Spider clan, the Daedalus. You find him in his bed. So I wonder if he just killed himself out of dishonor or something. Maybe he just couldn't accept that Ryu is actually that much of a badass or something, and he, I don't know, maybe he's just depressed about his generation or something. I don't know. Anyway, Hachijuro's notebook. Also, it's also through these diaries that we also see how the Black Spider ninjas have this respect for Genshin, which just adds up to the connection that Ryu has with Genshin, because Ryu is the one who's going to read all these diaries and all that. Hachijuro's notebook, March 20th. Master Genshin is quite different from our previous master, rest his soul. That old man had us ninjas search the world for dragon bones to heal his aging body, and then he sold all of the leftovers for a hefty sum. Yeah, that's the thing from Ninja Gaiden Black that was removed in Ninja Gaiden Sigma, that he wanted to turn the Dark Dragon Blade into tea. So clearly it's in order to heal his aging body, so yeah. Of course, money is important, even to us ninja, but my heart pains for my brethren, good souls like Gen and Dai, who were sent to their deaths in Vigor on such a fool's errand. So, hey, Gen and Dai. April 12th.
Master Genshin is the true overlord of our Black Spider clan. I would gladly give my life for him. He need only say the word. Now that I think about it, that Obaba was quite a scary old hag when she was still alive. Well, she's alive yet again during this game, but the hairs on the back of my neck used to stand up when I saw her cast her infernal sorcery. She only got away with what she did because she was in the right place at the right time. If Master Genshin had been there, she would have surely been kept in her place. So, okay, so there's some tension between Master Genshin and Obaba, I guess, but little interesting little thing there in the politics of the Black Spider Ninjas, I guess. April 14th. Damn you, infernal beast. These fiends lunge at anything, devouring both friend and foe alike. Devouring both friend and foe alike. Stupid creatures. I cannot believe I should be destined to die this way. I am badly injured. The pain knows no end. So the Black Spider Ninjas, they tried to work with the fiends during Ninja Gaiden 2, but you will notice there are a lot of Black Spider and Ninja corpses all over the place, otherwise you wouldn't find all these notebooks. That's because these fiends just are not good team players, I guess. In Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, the Black Spider Ninjas actually specifically say this time, instead of teaming up with the fiends, let's try to enslave them instead. So, clearly, even though there is some kind of connection between the Black Spider Ninjas and the fiends and all that, they just kind of use each other. April 15th. My consciousness grows faint. I must keep writing. Blood won't stop. Forgive me, brothers. So cold. You would think that would be the end, but instead, April 19th. I awoke to find myself still in the land of living. Inokoma must have fed me an herb of spiritual life. What a disgrace I am. I have been told that Inukoma perished. They say he died on 16th. We will, of course, read Inukoma's diary. May 4th. This is it. My time has come. I am happy to die under Master Genshin's command. I only wish I could have killed that cursed dragon ninja. I must die with regret. Farewell. So, well, that's unfortunate. At least he was able to live... not a full month, but he was able to live a little bit longer thanks to Inukoma's action there. Speaking of which, Inukoma. Alright, Inukoma's notebook, March 18th. I go forth with resolve, knowing that death surely awaits me. My fate shall be no different than that of the brave souls who lie at rest beneath the plains at the foot of Mount Fuji. Countless swords plunged in the ground to serve as gravestones at this, the graveyard of a Black Spider. Oh, I'm sure you won't see that in this game at all. Yeah, I mean, in Ninja Gaiden 2 Black specifically, beating the game just has Ryu right there at the start menu. They know how powerful that image is. March 25th. I fight not for justice nor for evil. I only refuse to deviate from my destined path. April 2nd. I find it hard to believe that a man as powerful as Master Genshin would allow himself to be treated as a pawn by the fiends. While it is true that our clan is distantly related to the fiend bloodline, I cannot help but wonder if it is proper for us to assist them like this. I am as close to an apprentice of Master Genshin as anyone in our clan, and the more I learn of him, the more he puzzles me. So yeah, just like how the Hayabusa ninjas are descendants of the divine dragons, and now with Ninja Gaiden 4, that the Raven clan are in fact descendants of the Dark Dragon, the Black Spider ninjas are in fact descended from the Fiends. And to be fair, all of them, they do share their blood from the same ancient deities, as is mentioned by Doku and Ninja Gaiden Sigma. April 13th. I do not agree with the Elder Koshimaru. Koshimaru may have the inner eye, but the Master Genshin that I know is not afraid of anything. He is confident in his vast power. Nothing can faze him. April 15th. I found Hachijiro collapsed on the ground after suffering a grievous injury. I forcibly fed him the last of my herb of spiritual life. I hope that he might survive, just as I know that he may not. Just as I know that I may soon suffer the same fate. Well, yeah. So this is how Inukoma found Hachijiro, gave him the herb of spiritual life, and how Hachijiro was able to live a little bit more than half a month more, I guess. April 16th. What poor fortune. Attacked from behind by a lesser fiend. Though they lack intelligence, they make up for it with their irrepressible ferocity. It appears to be instinct for them to attack humans. This is fiend territory. I knew that something like this could happen at any time. pains me to know I will leave this world without even laying a finger on the Dragon Ninja. I'm beginning to lose all strength in my hands. And as was mentioned in Hachijiro's notebook, he did indeed hear... yeah, I've been told that in Yukoma, Paris, they say he died on the 16th. So, there you go. Alright, Izo's notebook. This is a funny one. Izo's notebook. 228. I can't help but laugh myself, writing in this stupid little notebook. Okay. 317. No dear diary for me. Look, I haven't even updated this thing. Okay. Lady doesn't protest too much. 320. I locked eyes for a minute with Master Genshin. It takes guts just to look at the guy. I don't know what his deal is, but there's definitely more to him than meets the eye. He gets this smile, like he's been to hell and back and sent a postcard while he was there. I hope I'm that badass someday. 47. Man, this Daedalus, the ship of the airship of the Black Spider Ninjas. Man, this Daedalus sure is some piece of work. I mean, I know that the Black Spider clan has its act together, but still, finding a heavy weapons factory to build this big-ass thing must have been tough. They say they used the profits from the previous master's smuggling operations. I wasn't a big fan of a guy, to be honest. Never seemed like much of a ninja to me. Well, he's the one who decided to tell everybody, hey, get me some dragon bones so I can make some herbal tea. So 415. I found Koshimaru's notebook. So we're gonna read that next. I know, I'm not supposed to read it, but I did anyway. Hey, can you blame me? At least now I know what he's really thinking. I mean, he even mentions me by name. Can you believe it? Who's he, my third grade teacher? Well, screw you, mister. I know everything because I've got the inner eye, Koshimaru. Anyway, I guess I'd better give this back to him. No, sir, I didn't read it. Not a single page. Jokes on him. Okay, so I don't know, I think this attitude is kind of funny to me, coming from a ninja, I guess. 419. It sounds like Master Genshin has some history with that big bad dragon ninja and his family. Apparently, some guy named Murai killed Master Genshin's little brother. Hey, look, I'm writing my diary. Well, what do you know? What's gotten into me, I wonder? I know, I'm gonna die soon, is that it? Yeah, right, he died. Okay. Yeah, he mentions Master Genshin's little brother, who got killed by Murai. Little brother is Gamoth. Yeah, so throughout Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Black, yeah, you meet Gamoth, the guy with the hat and the raincoat and all that, the detective kind of guy. He's pretty much the informant of Murai, but then at the end, Murai was like, okay, well, I got the Dark Dragon Blade, don't need you anymore. The fact that Murai killed the fact that Murai killed Gamoth, that essentially is part of Genshin's origin story. Kind of similar to how Doku killing Kureha is kind of Ryu's origin story. Yeah, there's also the Hayabusa village itself, but yeah, I don't know. It's a little mirroring of Ryu Hayabusa and Genshin that way. Okay, so Izo did say that he had Koshimaru's notebook. Yeah, there are two parts of Koshimaru's notebook. We will read the second one after Denji and Hinomaru, I believe, because you do find Koshimaru's notebook, the second part, last, if I remember correctly. Anyway, this is the one that that was stolen, was read last time. Koshimaru's notebook 1, March the 15th. The youth of today know nothing of the true ninja way. It is truly a deplorable state of affairs, as my comrades have seen fit to bestow upon me the title Koshimaru of the Inner Eye. I have vowed to uphold the way of the warrior and serve as a bastion for those who wish to learn the true path of ninja. My insight tells me this. The youth of our clan have no true spirit. They believe themselves skilled because they can perform a few tricks. Such arrogance will be their downfall. Without spirit, there can be no dedication. I see no path for these young ones that leads to growth or maturation. March 16th. I shall keep these writings in the hope that one day I may leave behind a scroll of wisdom for future generations. Okay. March the 29th. The youth are too quick to embrace the path of evil. Look at Izo. Barely a man, yet he swaggers about as though he's a master of darkness. It is precisely because of the youth do not know true brutality that they are able to think that the path of evil is somehow fashionable. Those who appear evil do so because they truly understand the horrors that this world has to offer. On the name of our Black Spider Clan, I pray that our youth do not believe that the way of darkness is the easier path. April the 13th. Inokoma, you are wrong, my friend. If you possessed an inner eye like I do, you too would see the truth as though it were lying in the palm of your hand. Master Genshin is human, just like the rest of us. He has a soul, and thus he experiences fear. You must understand that to achieve mighty goals, it is sometimes necessary to sell one's soul. Clearly, this is what Master Genshin is doing. Yet I dread the lurid scent emanating from the female dressed in red. Again, female. Female dressed in red. I fear that even Master Genshin may be vulnerable to its spell. Yeah, so... even Koshimaru, he seems to... even though he respects Master Genshin, he doesn't agree with Genshin actually working with Elizabeth. So we're not going to read this yet. We're going to read Denji's notebook instead. Denji's notebook, March 3rd. I train intensively every day while I wait to be sent to the front lines. I'm never chosen for the really important missions. They've left me out in the cold for 15 years. Oh, oof. March 12th. I've lost weight lately. I wonder if this has anything to do with my recent stomach aches. Regardless, now that I'm lighter, I can run faster, and I think I can even jump better. Well, good on you to look on the bright side, I guess. March 25th. I've received orders for a special covert mission. Our clan's current strategy will take us all over the world. My duty is to scout out ahead, get the lay of the land at each of our destinations, and prepare for the arrival of the others. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for me. Of course, I'm not the only one assigned to such an important mission. Others will join me. Still, this is a great opportunity, and I have to make the most of it. These speedy legs of mine are going to carry me around the world. Well, at least he's happy about his newfound speed and all that. Anyway, April 4th. My birthday, by the way. We're entering Fiend territory. Fiend infestations have sprung up throughout the world, and a group of them await us where we're headed. They say that they're allies. Still, they are fiends. Plenty of those beasts will feast on anything that moves. Not that I don't understand that. In the frenzy of combat, members of the dark sect of our clan lose their minds too. April 9th. Those damn fiends, they're eating the dead. They suck out all the fluids, then rip off the skin and tear at the flesh. Those of us who die during our travels are reduced to bare skeletons within hours. I pray that I won't suffer the same fate. Well, okay, well, let's hope so for you. Anyway, April 20th. I've been hacking through the thick jungle for days now, and it looks like I've contracted malaria. Oh, maybe that might have been the reason why your weight has been, My insides are retching. I'm out of supplies, and I lack the energy to go find more. I fought off ever-increasing swarms of fiends as I head to my final destination, the legendary Pyramid of Necromantel. Or Necromantel? Yeah, the legendary Pyramid of Necromantel. Just a little further to go. But I'm too tired to take another step. I think I'll rest here for a while. Yeah, unfortunately, when you do find him, his skull is exposed, which does kind of show that the fiends have found his body and simply just decided to eat him. So, so when they said those of us who died during our travels are reduced to bare skeletons within hours, I pray I don't suffer the same fate. Unfortunately, he did. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, Hinomaru's notebook. Okay, this one comes from probably my favorite chapter in this entire game, which brings you back to the Ninja Fortress, the first area of Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Just the music, the environment, I just love it, and this diary is a good part of it in terms of atmosphere. March 16th, I fight. That is all I know. That is all I do. March 30th, tonight, my path lies behind me. To those at the front, fight and fight well. If this be your place to die, then die defending it. April 6th, a woman, hair of gold. I do like how this references Suke in Ninja Gaiden Sigma, but in this case, he's talking about Sonia/Irene in this case instead of Rachel. But yeah, fun little thing there. April 9th, a warrior cannot live his life fighting battles of might. What is man? What is pride? So, yeah, I don't know. It's not like it's was it Hinomaru's notebook, or was it in fact I think it was Inokoma's diary instead, actually. But yeah, I just misremembered. Anyway, I did point out Koshimaru has a second notebook. I think this is the final diary that you ever find. Koshimaru notebook, number 2, April 14th. I seem to have misplaced the notebook I was using to write down my thoughts. How deeply depressing. Oh, I wonder where that went. April the 16th. I saw Yogenta's face today. He's much too passionate for combat. He must learn that a true ninja faces his fate with detachment and cold silence. Yogenta, if you let your bloodlust get to your head, even a skilled combatant like yourself will not last long in the blood-soaked world in which we live. Inukoma has died. He never learned that compassion is for the weak. If he had kept the herb of spiritual life instead of giving it to Hachijuro, he would still be with us today. Well, I don't know. Maybe he would have died instead of, got killed instead of dying of hunger or whatever. I don't know. April the 18th. There's a female here, a blonde. I must stay wary of the females. Persevere. Patience. What is it with these black spider ninjas who just call women just females? Like, again, it just sounds like you're calling them animals or something. April the 21st. I have found the young dragon ninja's weakness. The next time I lay eyes on him, I will strike. Rest assured, it will be I who take the glory of defeating our sworn enemy. Now, Dragon Ninja, prepare yourself. My inner eye has shown me exactly what I must do to destroy you. April the... And that's it for Koshimaru. What weakness is he talking about? I do kind of wonder if he was somehow able to figure out that Ryu cares for Sonya/Irene. Because he did talk about Irene here. And it's almost like that gave him like this eureka moment of, oh, wait a minute. If he cares about Irene, I could do something with that. He didn't end up actually doing something with that, but I don't know, that could have been a connection. Either that, or he could have learned something about how Ryu's compassion with his family and all that was something that Koshimaru could use. Just stuff to consider. But anyway, that is all the diaries of Ninja Gaiden 2. So, that brings us to the diaries of Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Yeah, unfortunately, there are no diaries to find in Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Now, Ninja Gaiden 3, when it was first released, it was very linear. Razor's Edge is a remake that they added, and they added some additional paths just to have some other additional combats with Test of Valor and all that. Unfortunately, they didn't add any diaries or whatever. Now, I would like to jump over to Ninja Gaiden 4, but that would necessitate me rigging my PlayStation 5 to my computer and all that. And to be honest, Ninja Gaiden 4 also doesn't necessarily have diaries. It has character and data files which provide information, so that's gonna be, I guess, for another time, I guess. But there is also Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. But as I reinstalled the game, I found out that it didn't bring back my save file. So I would actually have to replay the entire thing if I actually want the files. So oops. Maybe somewhere down the line I will do another stream where I go through the remaining things. But yeah, it was fun to read through all these diaries. In terms of things that the Modern Ninja Gaiden added, the Black Spire Ninjas are actually one of my favorite additions in the lore and all that. In terms of Ninja Gaiden content, I may do some small random streams like these, because I do appreciate the response I've been getting for the Ryu Hayabusa character study video. I just don't want to... Yeah, I just wanted to take the time to emphasize to any new viewers that I get from this, that I do in fact stream a lot of other games besides Ninja Gaiden. And at the very least, this would tide you over just for a bit before I do an actual Ninja Gaiden stream again someday, or make another essay. Who knows if... I don't have anything planned at this point. I'm just... and also, I'm just gonna nip something in the bud here. Whenever I write any essays, I am not... I am writing as an enthusiast. I write as someone who just thinks, you know what, it's fun to just talk about this. You will also notice I will never actually talk in terms of how you say, I never actually talk as if I'm some kind of authority that says, oh, it's definitely this. I like theories. I like theorizing about stuff, and that's why when I write essays, I say things like I think or I believe. I don't always say this is the actual truth of the matter. I'm just saying, hey, this is just a fun thing that I have in mind. And you even saw during the stream here, I did a bunch of that. So yeah, just keep that in mind. My essays, I'm never actually saying, oh, this is the truth right here. What I'm saying is, this is what I believe. So, but yeah. Anyway, happy to meet all these new viewers. Hope to see you again some other time, and I guess we'll see each other again next time. See ya.